News. London Transport say they may have to close the underground system due to an infestation of horses. A report described the conditions in the equine plague as like an abattoir in a power cut.
What's up, YouTube? Hello. So, Ricky Gervais, part 2, Out of England stand-up comedy special. So, I spoke about my reservations regarding Ricky in the first part of this series, and it's sort of weird because I love Ricky Gervais. I love The Office. I love that character of David Brent. I love Afterlife. I think that was excellent. Is his stand-up comedy as good as that? I'm not sure. But I am willing to be persuaded. I have seen a fair bit of it before, but I'm watching the entire show from start to finish. And, well, let's see. This is part 2. And let's literally dive right in.
And if we're talking about fairness and aeroplanes, why is it I get the same luggage allowance as a guy who's 400 pounds? We're both allowed to carry on 32 kilograms to the plane. I don't know. He used up his 32 kilograms on his tits. It's not a disease. I saw a documentary back in England about this woman who was 350 pounds because she ate 10 burger and fries a day. That'll do it. 10 separate meals of burger and fries. 10 separate trips to McDonald's, right? In a cab. Oh, didn't even walk that. Wasted calories, okay? So, to stop her eating these meals, they wired her jaw together. So she liquidized 10 burger and fries a day. Now she's on burger smoothies. Now she's not even chewing. That used up 3 calories. So lo and behold, she gets fatter. So they admitted her to have that thing done where you staple your stomach together. And she's sitting there in hospital, looking all depressed. Well, you can't eat for an hour before an operation, can you? Lank hair, smock. Christ knows where they got that, right? And she said, it's a really dangerous procedure, but it's the only option left. 1, jogging. You don't even walk. No. Salad. You don't like the taste. 3, 9 burger and fries a day. It's a start, isn't it? It's a starter to her. Jesus. We have some fat people in Britain, but you, like everything else, are the gold medalists of that as well. Right? You'd win that in the Olympics. I saw this episode of Jerry Springer. It was called Jerry Springer Saves the World's Fattest Man. You've got to watch that. So he's there going, okay, let's try and save this guy's life. He's got a heart of gold as well. He's like me, right? So it cut to this guy at home in his house. They couldn't bring him to the studio. They had the camera crew there. And I say house, he was in a trailer, obviously. And he was. He was like a big blob on the bed. He sort of filled the trailer. He looked like an uncooked souffle. And you could just see his eyes in this doughy mess. And he was going, I don't want to die, Jerry. I don't want to die. And I felt sorry for him. I got over that. And they said, how much do you weigh? And he weighed 1,000 pounds. 1,000 pounds. Now, my point is this. When he weighed himself one day and he was, say, 500 pounds, didn't he think then that was a lot? Didn't he go, that's a lot? For a human? For what is essentially a land mammal, that's a lot. I'll only have 8 breakfasts today. I'm not having a go. I'm a little bit overweight myself. The other night someone shouted, no shit. I thought, it could be that. Wouldn't that be great? You go to the doctor, he goes, no, you're not overweight, you're just constipated. Woohoo! Start again. I'll tell you quickly, I had to go to the doctor for this tour, for this medical, I say tour, it's LA and New York, they're the main two, I didn't do the middle bit. Nothing wrong with the middle bit, if you're watching the DVD. I love the middle bit, I love the middle bit. I love all of America. I do. I do, I've got a film coming out. Now listen. No, I had to have a medical, and I've had medicals before for TV shows, and they check your pulse and go, fine, you're not going to die in the next 6 weeks, go ahead. But went along to Harley Street, and he said, oh, it's a bit more thorough than usual, because it's, you know, it's a high insurance risk, this big gig. So I went, fine, so we need a urine sample. I went, yeah, fine. So he gave me this little file, right, and I went to the toilet, filled that up, good as gold, gave it back to him, still warm. That's embarrassing, isn't it? Oh, I know he's a doctor, it's wee, but when it's cold wee, it's sort of just chemical. But when it's warm wee, it's sort of biological. Do you know what I mean? It's from my body. That it's warm because of my body heat. Some of which is probably willy heat. Do you know what I mean? No, but it is. I'm not saying I've got a very hot penis, but it's the same. What I'm saying is, it started off as core temperature, but then had to go through the willy, which kept it warm. Like a lagged pipe. And it was only a very short journey, so it lost... It's fine, it's average, I don't know. I don't know, doesn't matter. It's, I'm 5'8", it's in proportion. It's fine. It's fine. It is. Absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with it. I've got nothing to compare it with. Mine is the only one I've seen. I haven't seen it for a while. Doesn't matter. I'd look silly with like a 2-foot cock, wouldn't I? I'd look ridiculous. It would look ridiculous. Oh, look at my big cock. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. You were better with the average one. Whatever size it is, it looks fine on me. Also, if I had a 2-foot one, I'd faint every time I got an erection, which would be... I'd just be lying there with no blood in me, just this cock. It's fine. I've never thought about it before, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It really is. Now I'm worried that you think, oh, what? It's just, if you saw me naked, you wouldn't go, that's the tiniest cock I've ever seen. You fucking wouldn't. You wouldn't make, you'd look, you'd go, as a naked man, you wouldn't have to squint. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. You wouldn't have to squint. You'd go, there's his penis, it's fine. It's fine. And the doctor can't tell you because he's taken an oath, so you'll never find out. Okay. So I gave him the wee, okay, the hot willy wee, just from my bladder and average penis, and he went, thanks, right? He's loving that. Anyway, and then he went, oh, can you strip down to your underpants? I went, okay. So I stripped down to my oh, fucking hell. Someone's parrot's escaped. So he said, can you strip down to your underpants? I went, good as gold. Oh, the one day I wear white underpants. Big wet patch from the wee. Well, why did he warn me? Why did he say, be careful, I'll be checking your underpants in a minute? You don't check your underpants, do you? You do that, you put it away. Maybe that always happens, but I've never had a wee, then go, better check my underpants. That's the first time I've ever had a post-wee view of... So I thought, oh, how embarrassing. He's checking the wee, and he's going to turn around any minute, and he's going to see what... And he did. He saw it straight away. He sort of went like that and looked away, right? And I tried to hide it. I was one of those pairs just a slit, and I tried to pull it over, but it pinged back, and he saw it. He even had to touch it when he said cough. It was really embarrassing, okay? But why am I telling you? Oh, yeah. So, anyway, so that happened. I wet myself, basically, in front of a doctor. Okay. I went home, and I told my mate, I said, oh, what happened? And my mate said, you should have gone commando. Brilliant. Well, that would have been much less embarrassing, wouldn't it? So, according to him, I should go, oh no, I've wet myself, what can I do? Oh, I know, I take them off too. That's as dry as a bone, Doc. Should have gone commando. Do commandos not wear pants? Like, commandos must wear underpants, mustn't they? They mustn't they? Why aren't you wearing underpants? What? I'm a commander and I'm wearing underpants. I've never heard of that. I've never heard that phrase before. I've never heard that. They're going to see that. At least. Oh, they're definitely going to see it now. There's barbed wire. You're going to lose that. Should have gone commando.
Okay, good. So, that was a bit disappointing, really. I was, if you notice, and I noticed this myself, I folded my arms a few times while I was watching that, and that's not a good sign. It's almost like I was embarrassed for him. I mean, he's doing a good job, but I think part of the issue here is that he's getting more laughs because it's in America, and there's a little cultural disconnect of, oh, it's an English guy, oh, what a cute English accent. So maybe that's making them laugh a bit more than they would. I quite like the commando stuff, that's good. But the Willy stuff was funny. But mainly it reminded me of a course I did in about 1994, 95, when I was a mental health nurse. And we had to learn control and restraint techniques. And one of the instructors was a big guy, big beard, tall, large, bit of a belly, about 50, something like that. And he had to do a thing in front of the group, and there was about 25 of us probably doing this course together in this big gym. And the guy had to, it was something like he had to pretend he'd passed out or something. So he had these jogging bottoms on. He lay down on the floor. He's going to be our dummy, they said, you know. There's 3 trainers, I think. And he lay down, and we all stood round him, and we all looked down, and there was a big piss stain on his bottoms. And that was as funny, if not maybe slightly funnier, than what I've just watched. And I'm really disappointed to say that. Ricky, you need to redeem yourself in the next part. So let's see what happens next. And don't nobody go nowhere.
Special staff who had to patrol the darkened tunnels every day and kill the horses with hammers. But now, say officials, the horses have become a menace.
Due to a large pile of horses blocking the line at Marble Arch, all services have been cancelled.